welcome back to the A Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Ameer Hamid. Joining me today will be Brant.
Hey.
And Mauro Cesario.
Hey, how are ya?
I can't get over it. It doesn't matter how many times he says it. I just can't.
How are ya?
How are
ya?
Brutal.
Alrighty, we got a busy week to get through.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not that busy because there's still no really like NBA.
Yeah.
Just because they're in like the start of the preseason.
Mm-hmm.
There's like the new play of Zion and how there was just like mad New Orleans highlights of him just like dunking all over people, which was cool. But
plus,
aside of that, there's not much news.
And then outside of the Leafs being on like game 32, most of the league is still on game like 3. So,
yeah, that's crazy.
Absolute bullshit.
Yeah,
the fact that the season starts off and you start off with 3 games out of 4 nights.
Yeah, and then like
meanwhile,
5 and 8, I think it was, or 5 and 7, and then it's just ridiculous. Sucks, but
it's
like,
nuts.
Who cares? It's the first week. I mean, things will even out.
You're fresh from the off season. Like it's not not the biggest deal.
No.
Let's talk about teams that are off to a hot start. Edmonton's undefeated. Am I right? They're playing right now as we record.
Last I saw, they were tied with a cleft on wrister.
You want
Things
to have
could have changed.
1-1 at the end of the second.
Yeah, after 2, it's still tied.
Just take a look at the league standings and who's sitting at the top.
For real?
It's insane.
Like Carolina's in first, got 10 points. Buffalo's got 9. Edmonton's got 8. St. Louis makes sense. Anaheim's got 8. Like, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, this is weird.
It just doesn't make sense.
No. It's hilarious.
But some things all stay the same, and Ottawa's in last.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
No points. 0-3. That's tough. So is Minnesota, though.
Who would have thought that, coming into the season this year, that Edmonton would be off to such a hot start?
No one.
Literally not this good of a team play, but I took a flyer on James Neal in one of my drafts, so I didn't expect 7 goals in 3 games, but I felt like he would have had a good rebound, but just this entire start undefeated, like, this is crazy.
It's the first time they've gone 4-0 to start a season since I think it's like 94 or something like that. Fucking wild.
And you could expect, like, if you were expecting a bounce back from James Neal, maybe 20 was like your optimistic side, but I think that's at least bumped up to 30 at this point.
Yeah.
Because all he has to do is really put his stick on the ice.
Yeah. But even if he bounces back and scores 30, you don't think that doesn't make that big a difference on that team because, like, who else scores? Like McDavid, Draisaitl, and News. Yes. But, like, outside of that, it's like, man, okay, so James Neal pots a few. You're still going to need a lot of goals and a lot of defense to keep pucks out of your net.
Like, and even the defense, they didn't really shore up anything defensively. At least I don't remember seeing anybody. Like, they have the same guys. Like, Clefbaum, Nurse is definitely getting better. Like, I already see it in his game that he's taking strides into being the number 1 guy, but they didn't really add any depth guys at all.
Yeah, it's about time.
So this is a big shock.
How many years?
And he's kind of been put into the number 1 power play because of Adam Larsson's injury, which is probably the best thing that's happened to them in a way by making his game grow.
One thing we kind of glossed over in that game a little bit. Capo Caco got his first of the year.
He did.
It was a beauty.
Yeah, he did.
So
partial break, forehand, backhand. It was a real nice finish.
Kid's pretty gross. Yeah. Weird start. I don't think it lasts, but
eventually the market will correct itself. Yeah. But, like, I mean, out of these 4 teams, like, I didn't really pick any of these to be a playoff contender.
Carolina?
But I mean, Carolina would probably make the most sense, but it looks like it's going to be a pretty jam-packed Metro.
Yeah.
So,
all right, out of the surprise contenders, let's go Carolina, Buffalo, Edmonton, Anaheim. So 4 teams. Rank the most likely to make the playoffs. Carolina.
Buffalo.
Okay. Edmonton.
Come on. I think, from now on?
Exactly.
Or before? I don't even know, man. Like, at least
like
Buffalo,
right now,
Buffalo has a little bit of depth in that the roster, there's none.
Yeah, but they have the best player in the league, Edmonton.
Yeah, but I mean, Jack Eichel's nothing to shake a stick at. Then they have Dahlin on their back end.
No, I don't.
They also
There's too many teams in the East.
Yeah, they also have a goalie that's gotten it done at times. Like at least Carter Hutton looks like an NHL goalie sometimes. Koskinen and Mike Smith are a little.
I'm not really buying
Don
it.
Cherry loves Mike Smith.
Yeah, I'm not really buying the Oilers right now.
He's from Kingston.
Yeah,
but I don't know, man. Like Victor Olofsson looked ridiculously good for the Sabres. I did not see that coming.
30 goals or something in the AHL. Like I think everyone should have saw this.
I mean, 30 in the A is like, okay, great. That it doesn't necessarily translate over to the NHL though. Like he's got a really good shot and it's working out really well on that power play. I think all 4 of his goals are power play goals. I could be wrong.
It helps that you play with Jack Eichel.
Yeah, and Jeff Skinner. Both of them are really good puck movers.
Sam Reinhart.
Reinhart.
No, but on the power play, it's him and Skinner. That's what I mean.
Yeah,
that's where he's got his goals. It's not.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, so you have those two out there with you. You're gonna net a few, but it's a good start for him. I mean, I just think that team looks a lot more deep than Edmonton does, and it gives them the advantage. Edmonton's playing out of their ass right now. Like there's no one on that team that scares me outside of the big 3. And it's not even the big 3, it's the big 2 and Nuge. Like,
yeah, but I think 2 players can get you wins in the NHL.
Like it's kind of stupid the amount of ice time they get.
Top 10 players in the league. So, like Draisaitl is top 10.
So why are we convinced? Why are we convinced that Pittsburgh's going to suck?
Ridiculous. Like look at
because
this.
Malkin's out.
Right. But they also have Chris Letang.
But defensemen are different.
But even at the beginning of the season, like no one really had the Penguins doing anything, and their roster looks a little bit better than the Oilers. At least and they have 2 Hall of Famers. Yes, dude. At least they have like Jake Gensel as a winger somewhere. They've got Brian Rust showing that he could be a consummate pro. Like Hornquist, he's not the old Hornquist, but he's better than anything Edmonton's putting out there. Like wouldn't
James Neal at this point cancel out like Gensel? I think they're similar.
Sure.
Like
Gensel might put up more points, but again, he plays with Sidney Crosby.
Yeah.
Like I lost my train of thought. Oh,
I don't think that
the Oilers have like Thomas Yurko on line 1, man, and Thomas Yurko was like a shit player. But
they're
in the
not
A
that.
Year.
They're not that. They're more alike than they are different.
Yeah, they're close. Closer. Yeah, now, but they have 2 more cups in the last 10 years.
Like here's the difference though between the 2 teams. Like in terms of personnel, like they both match up where they have like the Crosby, Malkin, the Draisaitl, McDavid thing, but like the amount of ice time the Oilers get is ridiculous. Mm-hmm. Like they play north of 22 minutes. Like they played like 24 minutes against LA. They played 25 minutes each against the Devils the other night. Like McDavid and Draisaitl play a ridiculous amount of hockey. Like, and that's the only recipe of success that will lead to any sort of good start, I guess. That's what I've chalked it up as.
It's easy to win games now because those guys are fresh, but when you get halfway through the season, that's a lot of minutes on your body.
How long is that going to be able to last?
Yeah.
Makes sense. So what are the other hot teams in the league? Is Carolina for real? Like
I think so, man.
Good?
I like that team.
Their decor is incredible. They score a lot of goals.
They're scoring goals. That was always the problem.
Without
bringing up
really
their decor. Bringing up their decor.
Yeah.
I saw a funny tweet. I think it was Dom Lecision who was like, "What's the difference between Dougie Hamilton and Brett Burns right now?"
Yeah.
A beer.
Nothing. Yeah.
Exactly. That was the biggest thing.
Reputation.
And it's kind of unbelievable.
And maybe a missing tooth.
One likes the wild, the other one likes museums. That's how that comments.
They're winning games, and Sebastian Aho, their best player, has 1 goal. That's it.
Svechnikov has gone off so far.
Yeah. Eric Hall is putting in goals every game. Ryan Dzingel's putting in work. Like they're getting depth scoring that they never had before. Those guys are going to pay off.
Svech has 8 points, 1 goal, 7 assists.
Yeah.
Jesus. Their goaltending's been really good too, and that was kind of something I thought might hurt them. But like
James Reimer
with the 47 save, yeah, like come on,
I know
that's
this is wild,
hilarious. That's the only reason I don't think they're a cup contender is those two. Like, yes, they're doing well, but do they hold that all year? I doubt it.
It's just like last year. Like, I just didn't believe in the goaltending. And I think goaltending really matters, like, to have a face of your team in a way. Like, we have this guy in our back end. I believe that we'll win a game. That's why I didn't believe in the Islanders. That's why I didn't believe in Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
And that's partially like, I don't really believe in San Jose because I don't believe in Martin Jones that much.
Martin Jones lets in a ridiculous amount of goals, and that the save percentage in goals against average, like, it just never been there, but he just gets wins because they score so many goals in the past couple of years where it didn't matter.
He's poor man's Freddie Anderson. In a way.
No, I agree.
Yeah. Talking about hot starts, how about a player? Patrick Laine. How about shoving it to everyone with the number of assists that he has already so far?
What's he at? I haven't even really seen him.
I think he has 8 or 10 now.
It's a lot.
I think he's tied with McDavid.
10 points, 3 goals, 7 assists, 2 points per game. Not bad.
I mean, he's silencing the critics for now, but yeah.
I mean, it'll be nice if he can continue it. I mean, he's never really shown consistency in any part of his game.
Correct.
So,
but if he can add like a semblance of a playmaking game to his game,
then that contract's a steal.
Yeah, it'll make the world a difference.
Yeah.
Well, it's a steal for now.
Yeah. Until he gets paid in his next one.
In 2 years.
Yeah.
Yikes. Let's talk about Leafs Lightning. It was a barn burner early on. It was fun. I didn't watch most of the first period because I was watching I finally watched Into the Spider-Verse. So I
heard it's really good. I haven't seen it yet.
It's a great movie.
Yeah.
Great movie. Yeah. So I come back and I see like the Matthews goal, and then I see the Lightning go up 4-3. Then I watch the rest of the second, and we just get absolutely blown out. Yeah. And it was just like, this game's over. I'm not watching this. But what's you guys' takeaways from the game?
I am concerned of the Marner line. I feel like that's a common semblance throughout Leafs Nation, but like, you're paying nearly $22 million for 2 guys that are not producing. Like, yes, John Tavares scored. Great. But he did not look good. Marner didn't look good. And like, you could say, sure, they don't have Hyman, but like, come on. You're telling me Zach Hyman makes that line?
I do.
Yeah,
I do.
That's frightening.
That's the frightened. That is frightening.
You shouldn't have to pay $22 million for a line that's made by a grinder.
By a guy who's making what, like $2 million?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, come on.
2.3 or something crazy. I think he really does make the biggest difference, just because it's a guy that goes to the dirty places and goes and gets the puck.
Yeah, okay. He shouldn't be making that big of a difference, man. Like,
I know. I agree.
That's it scares me, man. Like, Marner, like, even when Marner has the puck, it's like he doesn't look like the Marner of the last couple of years. I don't know if I'm judging him more because he's making so much money. That could be part of it.
Probably.
But like, some of the passes he makes, I'm like, what the fuck was that, man? Like, you didn't do this for the past 3 years. Like, everything he did before was like wild, but it was to someone. Now it's like he just does shit, and it's like, what? Why, man? Like, what is that?
I think there's less space on the ice for him right now. Like, he just hasn't. Maybe he just hasn't gotten his groove.
Could be.
Not sure.
Could be. Same with Tavares. Tavares looks like he does not look like John Tavares. Like, he looks nervous in a sense. Like he's got a lot of pressure on him now or something, and it's starting to get to him. I don't know, but those two are concerning for now.
First, hashtag not my captain.
Yeah, not my captain. Hashtag. Never will be for me, but that's fine.
I mean, I'll give a little bit of the benefit of the doubt. Like, this Tampa team, when you add Braden Point back into that lineup, like,
they'll be.
There's not many. There's no better team in the league.
I left Braden Point on IR in fantasy for that game.
Like, obviously, him stepping into that lineup, there was no,
sure. It makes them
existing injury worries, but
it makes them a better.
They look good.
It makes them a better offense, but like, should that affect the way that two of your best players are playing offensively? No,
it shouldn't. No, but
like, the defensive thing is one thing. Like, Hyman helps that out a lot, but like, they don't look good on offense.
I didn't catch much of the game, but like, was that lineup and the Marner line going head to head?
I'm not 100% sure, to be honest.
Because like, there's not many lines in the league that can compete with those three.
No, of course.
And I mean, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, but yeah, like if they're not producing offensively, like defense aside, like there's not many teams that can stop those three regardless. But if Marner and Tavares aren't putting in the work offensively, it's going to be a tough year.
Yeah.
And obviously things are going to pick up. They will. But until we see that, yeah, it is a little bit worrying.
Yep. I mean,
it's worrying because your team's built to beat Boston.
Exactly.
And it's not built to beat Tampa.
It's not, in a way. Yeah. Which is nice because this seems to be how we match up every year. But I mean, like it's the Matthews line went against Hedman all night and they didn't seem to have any problems. They look fucking fantastic for at least the first half of the game. Anyways, I kind of just listened to it in the second half, but like they look incredible. They rise to the occasion on offense. I mean, there's probably still something left to be desired on their defensive side of things. Nylander's been better in the defensive end. He picks off a lot of pucks, but like,
he's been stripping the puck more than I've ever seen.
Yeah, he's just buzzing. It's crazy, but like they're figuring it out. Like they're going up against guys' best defenders, and they're great.
Yeah.
So if you're paying that pairing less than you're paying the quote unquote first line, and I don't know.
Yeah,
it scares me.
It's going to take some tinkering.
Yeah.
Like, they're missing guys. Once they fill in come winter, I think we'll get a full grasp of what we are.
Yeah.
But until that, they're just going to have to...
5 games.
No.
Yeah, it's still a bit early.
Tonight's going to be really interesting against a Detroit team who they're buzzing off the start. I think that they're playing over their head a little. I don't know if Anthony Mantha is quite what he is. Like, right now, he's playing like the best player in hockey with how many tucks he has and stuff.
Yep.
I just don't believe in Jimmy Howard as like and Bernier as a goalie tandem.
Jimmy Howard's shown in times in his career that he can be a really good goalie, but he's not consistent.
Sure, but not like a high playoff
but he's
level.
Good enough to go on runs like this where it's like, oh wow, look at him, and then that's about it.
Yeah, it's enough to garner trade buzz and then subsequently won't be traded.
Yep.
But not good enough to be, I don't know. Did he win a cup with them?
I think they'll do it.
Fuck, I don't want to be like, yeah, he's not good enough to win a cup.
No, I don't.
Like,
I think it was like the Osgood Hasek combination was the last time they won a cup.
I'll check that.
Gotcha.
Because he could have been the backup in 2008.
Really?
Possibly.
I don't think he was.
Well, regardless,
he wasn't the starter. I think the point stays. Yeah.
Yeah. I think the point is still valid.
Yep.
No, I think he joined the league right after.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
So we're concerned about the Leafs right now.
Are you concerned about Freddie Anderson a little?
Yeah.
No, it's early on.
Yeah. I'm kind of used to seeing the early Freddie Anderson like this. Why are you concerned, Mauro? Like what's...
I'm concerned because if that's the kind of start you're going to get against a good team.
Yeah.
Like...
That's true.
What do you make of it? Like, you need him to come up big in those kind of games, and I get that it's Tampa, but if he puts up a 7 spot against the best team in the league, like, you know, further down the road when he's, you know, mid-season and you're already in the point where you want to rest him, like, I don't know, like, what to make of it for him, because he needs to be the best player on this team if they want long-term success.
Every night.
Yeah. So on those nights where you're trying to gauge how you stack up against a Tampa or a Boston or a Blues, like he had a great game against the Blues, but now this game against Tampa, it's like, well, you get one and you get the other side. So, I mean, there's been 2 sides to the spectrum here.
Okay. That's why I'm kind of not scared. Is just based off of the St. Louis game. I'm like, look, it was a 1-goal game against the cup winning team.
Yeah. Everybody has those games.
Yeah.
So,
and it's not like, okay, so it's not like 2 teams didn't play on what, Thursday night. Vasilevsky let in 3 goals in the first period also.
Yeah, he didn't look great.
He buttoned down the hatches afterwards.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was a hot start for both teams.
Yep.
And I think like in the second and third, like Tampa just continued to play and Toronto just got down and just didn't.
Yeah.
So I think it's a bit of both.
Yep.
Like, am I overly concerned that they need to do something about it right now?
No,
but I still think that by the end of this, they got to seriously look into getting a backup who's capable of.
That's what I was about to say. The same thing.
To take some time off.
Bernier, anyone?
Oh gosh.
I'm on the side where it's like you need to have a little bit of security behind Freddie, and I don't feel that with Hutch. Personally,
not one bit.
I mean, you could do something because even in those games, like even that game, it's like, you know what, you could have pulled Freddie after 4 or 5, but why? Because it's going to get worse. Like, I don't have a lot of confidence in Hutch coming in and saving that game for us. I don't think the guys do either. So I mean, wouldn't hurt to go.
Like, I seriously think it's worth investing a bit of cap space, like whether it means moving a guy just to shore up a spot for whatever, a couple million to get yourself a guy who can take whatever it is, the 15, 20 starts for him and give you quality goaltending to at least give you the win on those games where you know you're throwing him in and saying, okay, do whatever you can to get us the win.
Help, please.
Like, I don't see it with Hutchison, and I don't think Neuvert's a guy in the system they had, or at least I don't know if he made the team. He was on a PTO, but I don't see him being that kind of guy either.
It's also, how much of an impact do you think Zach Hyman and Travis Dermott will have when they come back to this team? Because I think that they're a big boost, but how much of a boost are they?
Exactly.
Is it like bringing in an acquisition for a first round pick, like that level of a boost, or is it? I don't know. Because if Hyman's the key to
Hyman's big
first line,
Hyman's big because he's good defensively, and the problem right now isn't goal scoring, so you don't need him to come in and score, which is great. The problem right now is you need to keep the puck out of our net, and he'll help. He'll help that. Hopefully, he gets that line going because
is the number one PK guy when you're out. Like,
exactly.
I'm sure it has a big impact.
The PK's been okay though.
Yeah, it hasn't been bad. No, but I think like having the guy that you rely on the most. Yeah, like a guy that's not even center, but he on a 5-on-3 he'll play center. He's that reliable.
Yeah, it makes a difference.
Yeah. So Patrick Marleau, we forgot to talk about him just signing with the Sharks on the last podcast.
Yeah.
What gall that this guy has. Comes in his first game, scores 2 goals for, I don't know, this team. I don't know if he ever played for the San Jose Sharks.
Noted Leafs legend, Patrick Marleau.
The Carolina Hurricane legend.
Carolina Hurricane. I forget who tweeted it, but they're like, I can't wait to see the remarkable tribute video the Hurricanes give. Which, you know what? It'd be 100% something they'd do too. Just they seem like that kind of team. Just like the annoying bums that are like,
the first round pick.
It's like a 30-second video of just like
0 goals, 0 assists, 0 games.
Yeah.
Damn.
I love it.
Yeah.
$750,000 too. Like this, it makes me kind of cringe.
It hurt.
And he puts up 2 goals.
Okay, does it not make you realize like that the Sharks could be in legitimate trouble if they have to turn to Patrick Marleau
this early too? I'm like, oh. That's worrisome.
Yeah.
I'm concerned if I'm the Sharks, but my concern isn't bringing in Patrick Marleau. My concern is that we have a piece of Swiss cheese in our net.
Yep.
That guy's awful, man. Like, you can't save a beach ball right now, and your backup isn't any better. So what the fuck do you do?
I mean, it was like that last year too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They outscored it.
They were lucky they had some good years out of Aaron Dell the last couple of years where he actually put up, like 920, I want to say. Like, it was close. Like, his save percentage was through the roof. Like, he was playing good hockey where it was almost like play Arundel over Martin Jones. But not this small sample size we've seen of them.
Yeah, he had last year wasn't pretty for him. He had a 886 last year, but a 914 the year before, and a 931 the year before that.
Yeah, so, like these past 2 years have been ugly.
You know what else is ugly? Mark Edwards Vlasic's contract.
Ooh, dude, Martin Jones' contract is fucking hideous too.
No, it's not as bad as Vlasic.
No, but you have to play that guy.
Vlasic has no points and he's a -8.
Yeah, but you have to play Martin Jones. Like, you can't just hide him somewhere. and not worry about it? Because
you have to play Vlasic.
Yeah, but you're paying. You also have a lot of guys around Vlasic that it's like, well, we have
Vlasic was also there, and he was a key piece when they made cup runs in the past. Like this is kind of just the back end of it, where it's like you basically got to eat it.
You've got $575.
When did they give him this contract?
Like 2 years ago.
What?
Yeah, he's got a lot of years left.
Why would they do that?
6 years left.
Okay, well, never mind
it's
then.
It's not pretty, but like he had a good year last year.
I thought they were on the back end of this contract where he's maybe got like
July,
3 years left.
July 2017.
Yeah.
8-year, $56 million extension.
That's $6 million. Oh, or $7 million rather. Fuck.
You have Martin Jones until 2024 at 5.75 on a no trade clause. So you can't even get rid of him. Good luck, boys.
Rough.
Have fun. That's a mess, man. Like,
and it's already a team that's
old,
past their prime. I want to say, their guys are all 30 plus, and they have this new group coming in, like the Timo Meyers.
They're transitioning. They're becoming the younger
They're in
team.
the hurdles. Like they're coming in, and it's like, well, everybody's basically on their back legs here.
All right, what's a worse contract?
Last leg.
The Erik Karlsson 11.5 until the end of time.
He doesn't look
Brent
good
Burns
either.
$8 million until 2024-25 isn't.
No, because Brent Burns was a Norris Trophy candidate last year.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Erik Karlsson was very not.
Vlasic until 25-26.
Oh my. That's not good.
The Martin Jones contract at 5.75 until 2024.
That's so bad. It's so bad because you have to rely on him, and you can't.
No.
I think Vlasic's the worst out of those ones, just because with Karlsson and Burns, you still have two guys that if you put them on any team, they become a cup contender, or at least they're the main guy on that team. Like both those guys are going to produce their money value thing.
With Karlsson, it's just staying healthy.
Yeah, I don't know about Karlsson right now.
Obviously comes with it, but Burns, I think he'll still put up a good 70 points as a defenseman.
I mean, Karlsson's healthy this year, though. I mean, his head's probably not in it because he just had a baby, and I get it, but like he doesn't look good.
Yeah.
And
I think it's also the forwards. Like you lose a 40 goal scorer basically every year with Pavelski, and you fill it in with who?
Patrick Marleau.
How do they have all this
Patrick
money?
Marleau.
How do they have all this money?
They're so tight on the cap, dude.
Because even like Logan Couture, where it's a guy I like him, I like his play. When I heard the 8x8 contract that he got, I was like, okay, cool. But like he's 30, and he's signed until like his last year would be 26. Like he'd be an unrestricted free agent at 26, 27.
They have $7,837 in projected cap space. 7,000.
Yeah, like they basically built this team to compete right up against the cap, and look at them. I mean, they played 2 games against Vegas. And Vegas we know was a good team, but I mean, still they got
thumped.
They're like praying for a cap spike.
They're what, sorry?
They're praying for a cap spike.
Yeah. Like huge.
Yeah,
like more than
they need
Leafs.
So much help. At least the Leafs have like a young core of guys that they're paying.
The Leafs are majority of them are under age 25.
Yeah, like there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys under the age of 25 on this team.
That's
7
ugly
on the whole roster, and they're paying them. They have $7,000 in cap space left.
And how many guys that you would legitimately build around though? Like that are young.
Hurdle,
Timo Meier, Hurdle,
and Timo Meier.
LeBanc. That's it on their
I don't even know who some of these guys. Daniil, you're taken?
No idea.
Is that a
Goudreau?
That's an NHL
Not
20
Johnny
character?
Goudreau.
Yeah,
Barclay
Goudreau. Lean Bergman? 21-year-old?
3 young players.
Yeah. Mario Ferraro? That sounds like a soccer player.
Ooh.
Yep.
Let's go.
He's in
Mauro's
the wrong
cousin.
He's in the wrong spot.
Yeah, he's probably a distant relative.
He comes over for Sunday dinner.
He comes over for pasta and pizza on the weekends.
Him and Mario.
I actually got a pizzeria down the street.
Him and cousin Mario out there eating the pizza.
Yeah.
Tough.
Yahoo!
We just got copyright spike.
Yeah.
They're still paying Paul Martin. Oh my.
Oh, man.
$1.4 million they're paying Paul Martin on it.
The last year.
Yep. But
Yeah, good riddance.
ouch. That's tough. That team's gonna. They won their last game with Patrick Marleau, I guess. So things are trending upward.
Maybe he's the answer.
Well, big veteran leader.
Evander
I guess.
Kane's back.
Evander Kane too missed a couple games. So
they lost the first game back with Evander Kane, and then
yeah, but he scored.
Yeah,
and for my fantasy team,
he'll make a difference. He'll make a difference in that lineup.
He's going to be a big help. Along with, I think him and Patrick Marleau together coming back at the same similar time. Anyway, sorry, helps. But it frightens me that you have so much money locked up in your back end and you're allowing that many goals.
Yeah,
because they're not defensive defensemen.
No, you have.
Yeah, that's the problem.
And
he's not good anymore.
And Vlasic's on his last legs.
Yeah. Exactly. Well,
hurts.
It better not be his last legs because he's got 6 years left.
Well, that's what I mean. That wasn't a very smart investment, in my opinion.
No.
7 years, no? He's here till 2026. I guess 6 seasons.
Yep. 7 years. Yeah. 7 years. You're right.
That hurts. Yikes. That hurts a lot.
Well,
he's going to play till he's 39.
Quickly before we go into Yossi versus Pietrangelo, we were talking about Evander Kane, and we know the rivalry that he has with Ryan Reeves.
Yep.
And the hockey media loved this week getting the Matthew Tkachuk, Drew Doughty beef.
Yeah.
In hockey, what do you think the biggest beefs are?
Around the league? I think that one takes the cake. I
like Doughty versus Tkachuk.
Yeah,
I think that one gets a lot of coverage.
I think
Kadri versus Boston.
The Oilers versus anyone who says they don't have any depth, or Oilers fans. Then Buffalo, Toronto. In hockey, it's more little.
In hockey, it's more teams than it is players.
Yeah. Kapanen and Domi is starting to get a little chippy. That's a fun one on the ice, anyways.
Yeah. We won't see it yet, but Line versus Little will be a good one.
Jesus Christ. Hello?
Come on, Mauro.
Hello? Oh, man.
Is anybody home?
I saved that. I let it ring.
Attaboy.
One snap.
Attaboy.
All right. We could edit that out.
I don't think we should. No. I think we leave it.
No.
Hello, Mauro.
It's too much work.
Hello. No, we're not cutting. All right, let's go.
Is there any more rivalries or no?
Not many I can think of offhand, but Brad Marchand and literally anyone. PK Sid's a good one. Haven't even seen it much. Brad Marchand and just about anybody in the league that sees him.
Yeah.
It just has fun.
Brad Leo. That's just like a couple.
It's so cute.
But
it's so cute. Yeah.
Brendan Gallagher versus anybody who gets up in his face. That's always fun.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit.
It's more the characters than it is like actual like specific players.
There's not as many
who hate each other.
If Gallagher and Marchand met in like a alleyway, it'd be the Spider-Man meme looking across.
Yeah.
One of them is very much better than the other, but very similar.
Yeah. Well, Gallagher's a 30-goal scorer last year, wasn't he? I think.
Yeah. Back to back.
He surprised the shit out of me. I didn't even notice. Quietly score 30. But fuck that guy.
And you'd think in a place like Montreal that they would pump him the hell up.
Pretty big hockey market.
Yeah, I've heard it's big.
Yeah,
okay, so 2 unrestricted free agents going into next year are Roman Yossi and Alex Pietrangelo. So in 31 Thoughts, they talked about the latest in the negotiations, and basically that Yossi hit a snag ever since his wedding, like that they've been further apart. They would give him a no trade to a point where they haven't given players like that much of a no trade before because the organization just is against it.
Yeah.
And I think Pietrangelo and the Blues are closer, but they kind of want to know what, like, it's let us know what you want to do.
They're going to
from the Blues to Pietrangelo.
They're going to struggle to afford him. Is the problem?
Who?
Pietrangelo. Like the Blues with Pietrangelo. They locked up a lot of money in Justin Falk.
Justin Falk, yeah.
And
I think they're two very different players. Not very different, but I would much rather have Yossi.
Oh,
even though one has a Stanley Cup and the other does not.
Yep. That's not all personal in the NHL though, right? Like it takes a whole team to win a cup.
For sure. And I think so. What do you think the ranges are of where these guys would end up, like AAV wise?
I'm just looking at the Predators cap situation right now. Like right now, they got Yossi at 4.
Yeah,
coming up at the end of this year.
That's a deal.
They still have $3 million in cap. Assuming the cap goes up, he's probably looking at, I'd say, like
Doughty?
9 to 10. Maybe.
I was going to say he's earned 9, and I don't know about Doughty money, but he's earned at least 9.5, 10.
That's what
I'd say 9 to 10.
That's what Elliot and Jeff were talking about. Like it's
probably what
Doughty
he wants.
money.
Probably what he wants. Is he Doughty? He's younger, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if he's Doughty.
11. I don't know if it's 11 million, but if it's 10 in no tax, what Nashville is, then
yeah, I'd say anywhere around 9 to 10. I don't think it goes anywhere north of that.
So on the other side, the Blues have to lock up Pietrangelo and Vince Dunn. I don't think they bring back Jay Bouwmeester. So you get
no
they're
3
right
million,
up against
3 million
cap
there. But right now they have $100,000 to work with, and they need to lock up on that back end alone is Vince Dunn and Pietrangelo, and then like Sammy Blais.
They got to get rid of.
Just kicked.
Bozak's making $5 million.
Yeah. They just kicked in that Braden Shen contract kicks in next year.
Yeah.
You're gonna get 6.5. So like they.
I see Pietrangelo is like 8.5.
Robbie Fabry.
And I maybe 9, and then I see Yossi at like 10.
Yeah,
I think that's fair for both players.
I don't know why, but I feel like I see Pietrangelo getting more.
Yeah, if he goes to unrestricted free agency, probably. Right.
I feel like both players, if they signed with their teams, they'll definitely settle for less. But like between the two of them, if both went to UFA, like they both tested out free agency,
they're getting Doughty money.
I feel like Pietrangelo gets more though between the two of them.
Oh, I don't.
No,
I don't know. I like his two-way game a little bit better.
No, I disagree wholeheartedly.
I don't know. Call me crazy, but
You're crazy.
He just won a cup.
Yeah, I mean, like I said though, cups aren't like, it's not personal accolades. That doesn't make you money.
I know, but
take a look at fucking Pat Maroon. Pat Maroon won a cup. He's making
he's
league men.
The best player on the defensive corps there. So I mean,
they're not dead.
Isn't that the right word?
I think it's corps, isn't it?
Whatever.
Corps?
No, I'm just fucking with them.
Both? They're gonna be a corpse when he leaves.
Yeah. They're both 29.
I'd take Yossi every day. Yossi can be a Norris candidate. I don't see Pietrangelo.
Right-handed shot, though, that Pietrangelo has.
Ooh.
How many better right-handed shots are there than Pietrangelo? John Carlson.
I don't really know.
Yeah.
Erik Karlsson.
Potentially.
Brett Burns. I mean...
Right, so we've already listed off, what,
top
4?
5?
5?
Doughty, okay, yeah, never mind.
Yeah,
come on. Yeah, good try.
No.
Yeah, good try. It was a good thought, though, Mauro. You tried.
I still think whether it's right or wrong is one thing, but I feel like he ends up getting more.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right.
I just see Pietrangelo getting
Dougie
more.
Hamilton is better right now.
Mm-hmm. It was a good effort. It was a good effort.
Whether I'm right or I'm wrong about whether he deserves more.
I don't think he gets more.
I don't think that's up for discussion right now, but like I think he ends up getting more. I don't know why.
One has a cup and one doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
And,
so that's the
not even like I agree. Like
Tyler Bozak is better than Austin Matthews.
Yeah.
Period.
No, but Yossi puts up better numbers. I get that.
He's a better defender too.
And he's better defenseman right now. Like if I'm taking either of them, I'm taking Yossi, but I don't know why. But I feel like Pietrangelo ends up getting more in the open market.
It all depends if they get to the open market.
Well, yeah, that. But I'm saying hypothetically, if both went that route, I don't know why, but I see Pietrangelo getting more.
Maybe.
I don't know why.
I would say the other. I would take the other side, but maybe it's not out of the question. It's not asinine.
Okay.
No.
Okay. I think it's ridiculous.
I'm with you that Yossi's.
Sorry, I think it's
no, but I'm with you that Yossi's probably the better option right now. Like I'm with you on that, but I don't know why. But I just see it going the other way.
What you're telling me is that you think Yossi's the better player, but you think Pietrangelo.
But the GMs are going to be stupid and pay Pietrangelo more. Is what I'm saying.
So you're playing a gut feeling.
I'm playing a gut feeling right now. That's all I'm saying. It's just a thought.
All right. I think Yossi wants more money than Pietrangelo. I feel like that also plays into it. I think Pietrangelo
he probably deserves more than Pietrangelo, but I'm just saying.
All right. Hey, we all have interesting takes.
To baseball. What's your time travel is real story?
Okay, I got to pull up this tweet. I forgot to do that. But like, I'm thoroughly starting to believe in time travel, which like for a long time there, I was like, no, there's no way. It's not a thing. We know by now, right?
Haven't you watched the Avengers?
Yes, but
Rick and Morty.
Okay, no. So we'll stick with the TV references then, because like you guys, if you've seen any sort of online presence, you know that the Simpsons have predicted just about everything in the world, and they did it again.
What's that show?
It's just this animated show. It's been on TV a little bit.
People?
Yeah, it's actually getting a whole lot worse. But they did it again. I'll see if I can get back to that one. But like it was a couple weeks ago. They predicted the whole thing with, I can't pronounce her last name, but it's like Greta something. The tree hugging girl.
I don't watch The Simpsons.
No. Greta, like the kid, 16-year-old kid that's like fighting for climate change and all that. Like they predicted something with her, and basically, so that continued on, right? So that's been a thing for years. Pat McAfee does a really great piece on it. If you want to look up that video when we're done, or if you're listening to this and you want to look up that video. So then the other day, let's see if I can find it. When did I tweet that? That was like, so the other day when the Cardinals beat the Braves, this guy, random dude, not an analyst, not nothing. He goes, I'd appreciate approximately 13 runs within the first 3 innings today. Think we can make that happen. Cardinals didn't see it till like after the game. He tweeted this. I'm like, okay, this had to have been like something they're making it look like it was before the game. No, he tweeted that.
It's like you could it have been like one of those tweets where they preface like, do they score 13 runs? They score 12 runs. They score 11 runs. And then they just delete the wrong ones.
Maybe. But he tweets this at 8:43 in the morning with the exact 13 runs in 3 innings. And it happens. And I'm like, okay. Wild. Blew my mind a little bit. But like,
really?
It got me thinking, like, so my buddy Adam told me this thing one time. You guys know the Berenstain Bears?
Yeah. Huh?
Yeah,
right. You grew up with them, right?
The Bernstein Bears.
Yeah. How do you spell it?
BER.
Yeah, I already spelled bear wrong, but
I thought it's like Bernstein Bears.
Okay, regardless, yeah.
BEARSTEIN.
Yes, fuck you.
Right.
Fuck
Okay,
you,
that's what you're saying.
BER.
That's what you're saying too, right? Both of you are EIN, right? On the end of it?
It's AIN.
It's AIN,
isn't it?
yes. But so there's this whole conspiracy theory there too, because like even when you sang the theme song at me, it's Bernstein Bears, right? It's not. It's Berenstain Bears. But like,
no one thinks that.
No, but okay, so here's the thing is that like anyone that grew up in our era still calls it Berenstain Bears. And what the whole theory there is that we grew up, boom, happened, but someone back in time and then changed it so that it was Berenstain, but it was after we'd already gone through and like recognized it as Berenstain. So we're so caught up in it being Berenstain that like we know it as Berenstain. It's ingrained in our memories as Berenstain. But like it's been changed like through time to be Berenstain. And like I sound like a tinfoil hat right now. But like if you look up the theme song and listen to it, it'll blow your mind because it's like it's completely different. Like it sounds completely different, like not even close to the same thing. And I'm like,
I really enjoyed my childhood. This is a big attack on it right now.
It's wild, dude. Like, if you're listening to this, go listen to the song right now. Yeah, I'm telling you, it blew my mind. It's fucked. It sounds completely different. And it's like,
I'm not gonna lie, I tuned you out like
that's fine.
3 minutes ago.
That's fine. But like, time travel's a thing, and I'm starting to believe it more and more. Shout out to, what the hell was this guy's name? What's his name from St. Louis? That Lucas K, who proved that time travel is probably a thing.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
That's nuts though, man. Like, he got the runs in the innings. Like, come on.
Yeah.
He time travel. It's real.
Yeah.
It's like another one of those crazy betting stories. Like,
yeah.
I remember in the World Cup, some guy bet that Germany was going to beat Brazil 7-1 and Sammy Khedira was going to score a goal. Like, how does anybody come up with that?
Exactly.
And then he wins how much money on it? It's like, what the
Like,
hell?
I don't think that you should be lauded for making an asinine prediction and just because it came true, like you're some messiah. Like, get the fuck out of here. You're dumb.
Like, well, when Petrangelo does it in the summer, then I'll be that guy.
Oh, okay. But you just said that Yossi is better.
Is Mauro
I
a
know,
time
I'm just
traveler?
saying.
Is Mauro a time traveler? I think so.
Oh,
That's
it's
right.
just like what was it, Biff from Back to the Future when he went back and betted all the exactly.
He's got the book, man.
That's this guy. That guy's Biff Tannen. Lucas K. Biff Tannen.
Okay.
Prove me wrong.
Let's talk about the lock of the century. You guys talking about the Tampa Bay Rays going to beat the Houston Astros and Garrett Cole just absolutely sticking it up your bums. Like, just get the fuck out of here.
However, is Tyler Glasnow to blame for that game? Have you heard about this?
Well, there was that whole there was the whole thing from A-Rod saying that he was tipping his pitches, right?
Clearly. Have you seen the video?
A little bit.
So
you love A-Rod now.
No, I didn't even know A-Rod said it. Like, I heard it I saw it on Twitter before anything else, but fuck, I wish I would have saved the tweet. But there was this video and it was like, there was a 2 minutes on Twitter, but it's a full thing on YouTube and he shows it. And so basically if he was holding the ball above the letters when he brought his gloves to get ball to the glove, it was going to be a fastball. And if he was below the letters, you knew it was going to be a breaking ball. And basically, so if you watch the video, there's literally times, there's one where Bregman literally drops his bat because he knows it's going to be a curveball. Like, Glasnow's in the windup, he lifts his hands up and Bregman just drops his bat and lets the pitch come in. He's like, fuck it, nope. And then he brings his hands up.
And there was
good.
So one of the things A-Rod pointed out was the fact that, like, looking at the guys after they would come back to the dugout, and they'd be talking to the guy on deck and being like, look for this.
Altuve let off with it, and he was the first one to pick it up. He literally gets the hit on the fastball. He turns, he goes, he's doing it. And he nods at the bench. He's like, yeah, keep going. So literally after that, they just went on this run where it's just like hit after hit after hit, because every time he was consistent with it. It was like, up here, he's throwing a fastball. He'd start the at-bats down here. They're like, no, I'm not swinging. Like, you're giving me a first pitch breaking ball. Thanks. Ball one. And then second pitch, he brings his hands up. Boom. You're ambushing that fastball and away you go. They score 4 runs in the first.
Springer to left, Brantley to left, Altuve to left, Bregman doubled. Like, fuck.
It was this run that they just went on.
That was the bottom of the first. Wow, 4 in a row to start.
Yeah. Like, Glasnow hums, he's got good
that's
stuff.
Crazy.
But like, if you know it's coming, it's
ground out and then Gurriel left. Single. Wow.
Yep.
And he had such a hot start to the year, but then he was hurt.
Yeah.
And he didn't come back until the end of August. Like, I don't know.
But the thing for me is, like, if you're Tyler Glasnow, you knew that coming into the game, right? Because they mentioned it. I knew about it after his last start. They're like, Tyler Glasnow was literally tipping every one of his pitches. So if you're Tyler Glasnow, should you not take, or if you're Kevin Cash, should you not take a look and be like, hey man, change something up a little bit, or else you're gonna get lit up, and I don't want to start you here.
Yeah,
that's nuts.
Like, it sucks, and like, he had a great year, so it sucks to say, you know what, this is probably Glasnow's fault, but like, a 4-0 start is kind of shit. Even like, you get down 4-0 in the first, you're like, well, fuck. Even no matter how hard you're battling, you're going up against Garrett Cole, you're
just behind the 5-hole like the whole night.
You start behind because you're going up against Garrett Cole, and then you're even further because you're down 4-0. It's like that's just a blow to your morale at that point, because it's like, well, fuck, man, we couldn't even score 1 run against Garrett Cole last time. He struck us out 15 times. How the hell are we going to get 4?
For sure. Speaking of the Astros, oh my God.
What?
Sorry, I'm watching South Carolina, Georgia right now.
Yeah.
And it's in overtime, and Georgia just threw a pick.
Oh.
So all South Carolina has to do is score to win the game.
Nice.
Didn't Georgia Georgia got a pick 6 on them? Didn't Jake Fromm throw a pick 6 this game too?
I'm pretty sure.
Earlier, yeah. I think he threw
South Carolina's gonna win. Holy shit!
Don't curse it.
Upset alert.
I'm not.
We haven't even mentioned
don't
that.
Don't curse it, man. I have traumatic experience with that shit.
Okay, Mauro, don't tell me anything because my stream's probably behind.
We'll get
okay,
no, I'm not watching. I'm just following.
Speaking of the Astros,
right, sorry.
like going into the ALCS against the Yankees,
they're gonna
they
lose.
leave off Wade Miley.
They're gonna what?
And they have no lefties in their bullpen.
I'm sorry, they left Wade Miley off the roster?
Yeah, the 14-game winner.
Really?
Yeah, it was just on the bottom of the ticker in the ESPN thing.
AJ Hinch might lose them their World Series chance. Like, don't get me wrong, Justin Verlander's incredible.
Brad Peacock's good, but
oh, dude, like, but he's not going to use him. You know, it's going to be who gets game 1. Granky, I think it is.
I'm not sure.
It's
Granky versus
right now. They're
so
saying
you get Granky today.
It's Granky.
You get Verlander tomorrow on 4 days rest, 5 days rest. Probably.
Yeah.
I don't know which one it is. But so Granky today, Verlander tomorrow, Garrett Cole the next day, or 3 days later. He's probably going to go back to Verlander for that next game because he did it against the Rays and Verlander looked like shit. It's like you're going to misuse that rotation because the Yankees are fresh as fuck. They threw like I think the number difference was like 600 and something pitches for the Astros in that series. It was like 340 for the entire Yankees staff. It's like, man, the Yankees are fresh as shit. They've got their 3 best starters ready to go and they can pitch on short rest because they've all done it. Like, I'm a little concerned if I'm the Astros, man. Like, your rotations, it's lacking a bit now because you have Garrett Cole's already started twice. Verlander started twice, and he's probably going to have to go on short rest again. And he looked like shit when he did it last time. That's tough, man. To leave off a guy like Wade Miley, who could spot you a start when you need it. Like, if you get up a game, throw Wade Miley. Give your guys 1 more extra day so that Verlander's going on 4 or 5 instead of 3. Like, that's weird, man. I don't know.
Okay. They're lining up for a 34-yard field goal, and Georgia just iced him. All right, never mind.
Speaking of pitching staffs, fucking Anibal Sanchez dealing last night.
Who would have thought?
Like
this
he
guy
had a
was
good year.
out of the league.
Yeah, he was a nothing.
But this guy was out of the league.
Before this year, nothing. Like, he was like, okay, this guy's done. His career is just kind of winding down.
Wasn't he part of like that big pitching tandem back in like Detroit?
Detroit was exactly. Yep.
Gross. Even
Verlander, it was Verlander,
Scherzer,
Doug
Fister, and then Sanchez. Yeah.
Even Max Scherzer says about him though, like, he was saying that he looks completely different than he did in Detroit. Like, he added, I forget what it was to his game. He's like, I don't know if it was his cutter or something, but he's like, there's more break on that. Like, his fastball's got more velocity. He's mixing his pitches better. Like, he just looks so much better now than he did back when he played with us in Detroit. And like, to hear that out of Max Scherzer, it's like, oh, that's frightening. But so we didn't even really bring up why we're talking about him. But last night he went 7 2/3 and no hit innings as the 4 starter.
Oh my God, he fucking missed.
Kickers, love it.
Can confirm
baby.
Ameer just cursed South Carolina.
The curse lives on.
Fuck off.
See, he goes out there, throws 7 2/3, no hit innings as the 4 starter on a Nationals rotation. It's like, good work out there, man. But my beef with the Nats is, why is the opportunity for Anibal Sanchez to be out there? It's because you threw fucking Patrick Corbin as a reliever twice in that fucking series.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Why is this still a thing? Why are you using relievers or starters as relievers in the? I don't mind it. I hate it.
I disagree with you on this.
I mean, in a sense, desperate times. No.
How did it work for the Dodgers?
Was it not a game 5?
How desperate are you? It's the game 5 of the ALDS. It's not like you don't have to play again in 2 days. If you win that game, you're fucked because you're behind the 8 ball for game 1.
But you have to make it there. You got to make it there.
Exactly.
Is your goal to win the ALDS?
You can't think 2 steps ahead if you're in the now and you fuck up.
Is your goal
we
to
just
win
saw
the
this
ALDS?
example. We just saw this example. I counted South Carolina going to win it.
Okay.
And then they missed the kick.
Is your goal to win
but
the
you've got to walk before you can run.
to win the NLDS? No, it's not. Your goal is to win the World Series.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Right now,
your goal is
you got
to
to
win
think
the
in
World
the
Series.
now.
Your goal is to win the World Series.
No, Bray, you're wrong.
No, dude, because now you're starting with your 4 starter. Thank God it's Anibal Sanchez who threw a gem. Great. If you're the Dodgers and you win that game, who do you go with on game 1 of this series? If you would end up winning, things work out, Kershaw's good. Who pitches for you?
Walker Buehler, probably. Walker
Buehler started that game. He's not going to go on 2 days rest.
Oh, did he start that game?
So you have no Walker Buehler. You have no Clayton Kershaw. Hyunjin Ryu, okay. Rich Hill, garbage in his only start. Like you put yourself behind. So you're now going with your 3 starter instead of having the opportunity to throw Clayton Kershaw.
There. You have to
it's
get
a matter of getting there.
You
can't think AL. You can't think NLCS.
No, the
before
Dodgers
you're
don't have it
out
in the
of the
They could have
NLDS.
used Joe Kelly and Kenley Jansen and gotten
how'd
himself
that
out of
turn
that.
out? How'd Joe Kelly turn out?
For 1 inning. You throw Joe Kelly for 1 inning. You throw Kenley Jansen in the next one. You're out of that game.
They don't trust Eddie. They don't trust Kenley. That's why they wanted to get the child raper in Felipe Vasquez.
But you trust Clayton Kershaw, who's been horrible as a reliever, 1, and dog shit in the playoffs. He's got like a 5 ERA in the playoffs. Why is that your choice? Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me.
Because you got to go with the guys that you trust, and he trusts them.
It's stupid. It's stupid. So like, it puts yourself behind. Not only are you putting them in a situation that they're not going to succeed in for the most part, like a lot of starters don't succeed as relievers. It's rare when they come in and they do well, but it's like a Madison Bumgarner thing. But not only that, now you don't have them for the next 4 days, which you're behind. Like, I don't know, man. It's stupid to me unless you're in the World Series. Once you're there, by all means, like, that's what the Giants did, right? Because they had Bumgarner, and yeah, they could have used him at any point in time, but no, they didn't, because they used him on his starts. They gave him short rest, sure, because he could do it, but they weren't throwing him out of the bullpen where he's never done since I think it was 4 years at that point. Like, you're not putting him in an unfamiliar territory. You're throwing him out there on his days. You get to the final game. You know what? Bumgarner's the only reason we're here. Fuck it. Throw him out in the 5th. He finished the game after, I think it was the 5th inning, but like, goes out there, throws 4 innings out of the bullpen. Sure. But you're there now. You have nothing to play after this. You don't have anything you don't need to win the next series because this is the last thing. Right now, you still need to worry about the future.
I disagree.
I disagree because it's a matter of making sure you get there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what's the point in getting there if you're not going to win the next one?
You got to get there by any means possible. You got to get there. Look at the Jays, and when they made their run. They got Price out of the bullpen. They got Dickey out of the bullpen. Like, it didn't matter. They had to move on.
Price was ass.
Because it was do or die.
But
you can't hold your cards back thinking we got to save our stuff later, because if you don't make it later, then you're going to say, well, why didn't you use who was available for you at that very moment?
Then you're not playing to win the World Series at that point. You're playing for playoff success. That's what you're doing. Is you're trying to win series, which is great, but you're not playing to win the World Series at that point. You're playing to just win today, which you can't do, man. It's a marathon that you need to pace yourself on if you want to win it. Maybe you don't have the pitching staff to win it. Fine. Sorry, it's just not your year, but like, you can't go out and burn the entire rotation in your first series. It's a marathon, man. It's an entire month of baseball, and you're burning these guys. Like, Patrick Corbin should have been the game 1 starter, but he's not. And odds are he won't be game 2 either.
Isn't Scherzer starting game 2?
Yeah, I'd run Scherzer. But now your Scherzer on shorter rest too.
Hasn't played since. No, but Scherzer hasn't played since Monday.
Yeah, I guess he had the.
Scherzer hasn't played since Monday.
So you got Scherzer, you got Strauss, but like, it's just, I don't know, man.
And at that point, if you get 3 quality starts, you're already up 3. Yeah. So I mean, they're not in a terrible position. It's just a matter of, making sure that you get the quality starts and you play your baseball and you win those games.
Yeah, it's just, it doesn't put you in a great spot. Cardinals did it with Michaelis too, but sorry.
Anything else with baseball?
Who's your World Series pick right now?
Yankees.
Yeah, me too. I hate saying it.
I'm gonna take the Nats just cause
they're on this like ridiculous run, but like the Yankees.
I'm gonna take the Nats because I agree with that kind of stuff.
The Yankees are fresh. They're going up against a team that just battled with the Rays, burned a lot of arms, and you're going like they're slugging right now, man. Everyone's hitting. They made one of the best hitting teams in the major leagues look like a fucking AAA team in that series with a rotation that's not supposed to be good. It's, I hate it.
I don't know if it's been like this for you, Brant, but has playoff baseball been boring to you this year?
No.
I'm just not into it as much as like before. Even like when the Jays weren't in it, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's just the teams that are left. Like out of all of these teams, I don't really want to see any of them win. I think
that could have something to do with it. But if you just sit back, don't look at the names on the chest. Like if you just watch the game for what it is, it's been really fun baseball. Like that Nats series was incredible. The Rays, the fact that they came back and beat Justin Verlander to force a game 5. The Yankee series sucked. It was stupid. That Braves series was crazy until that last game. Like no lead was safe. And it was just back and forth, just Acuna lighting it up. Like all these guys just tearing the cover off the ball. And then they blow it in game 5 with that 13-0 3 inning. And it's like, well, shit. But like, it was a fun series. The other, like 3 out of those 4 series were incredible to watch. And like, it's fun stuff. It's just, it sucks because again, it's the Dodgers, it's the Yankees, it's the Astros. It's who we've seen every single year. And it's like, okay, great. Give me something new.
It's just, and even on like the Nats, there's no like face on it. Like, that it's fun. Like even though Bryce wasn't
Juan Soto,
I'm kind of happy they're doing it without him.
Yeah, I think that's the story.
No, I love that they're doing it without him. That's but the story. You still like Bryce because he's a marketable person.
Realistically, like yes, Juan Soto's great, but the face of your franchise is Anthony Rendon, and Anthony Rendon is the most boring player in baseball. Incredible player, but just like. Not flashy, just goes out,
like
does
average
his job.
Joe.
Just does his job, comes back.
Well, he was the one that said like I don't watch baseball because it's so boring.
Yeah. And like that's your guy. So it's not a fun team to watch. It was a fun series to watch because man, fucking Howie Kendrick's hitting your game-winning grand slam. Who would have called that ever? Yeah, like crazy. That's the one stat I wanted to bring up. So that's his second career postseason extra inning grand slam.
Yeah.
That's nuts. To have that chance twice and to succeed twice, that's wild. Crazy. Clutch as shit.
Yeah, it's like I played for the Angels all of those years and half of LA hating me and then just salt in the wound with making Dodgers fans upset.
Yep.
Half of LA loves you, half of LA hates you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's go on to our week 6 picks.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah.
Got the document pulled up.
Before we even get
me
to
and Mauro
that,
got to make a run here.
Can we just shout out the fact that you broke your curse this week?
Let's go!
It only took.
We finally nailed Thursday Night Football, guys.
All 3 of us.
Yo, it wasn't looking good though.
No.
It wasn't looking good.
No. Okay, I think it's time to give the Giants a bit of a shout out here because like they held the Pats to 14 points through 3 quarters of play.
No, you know what it makes me realize is that the Patriots offense actually needed Antonio Brown.
Is Tom Brady old?
Yes, everyone knows that. But the thing
Tom
is,
Brady
like,
too old now?
No,
because that's back.
Because they win games
man.
without him.
He still win a Super Bowl.
He looked really.
He still win a Super Bowl.
He looked really bad against the Bills. He looked
but that's a good defense.
He looked really bad against the Giants.
Jackrabbit baby, Janoris Jenkins, big pick.
Like, I don't want to say it, but like, is this the year that maybe Tom Brady doesn't carry them? Maybe they need someone behind him.
Their defense has been carrying them the entire season so far, but look at the matchups they've played.
Mm-hmm. They have had good
They've got the Giants, they've got the Jets twice, the Dolphins twice. Like
their division's ass.
Their division's ass, and even the games that they're getting fortunate matchups like every week.
They're
like
be a guaranteed playoff team, but like if Tom Brady's not looking great now, how do you think he's going to look in 12 weeks? Like 3 months of football is going to be, it's tough, man. Like, I know he's fit and like he's really good on health consciousness, but like, I don't know, man. Could be the time.
It could be. But like I said, I think the Patriots actually need Antonio Brown.
Yeah. He passed.
Well, Josh Gordon got injured in that game too.
The ankle knee that looked nasty.
Kind of, we didn't really mention it. Tom Brady passed Peyton Manning for most yards.
All-time yards.
Second most yards. Yeah. Sorry.
Well, second most because Drew Brees is like 3,000 ahead.
If you look at their numbers head to head, do you consider that kind of like is that to you kind of like the Jordan versus LeBron debate?
Who?
The two of them. Manning and Brady.
I don't think it's comparable.
I don't think it's comparable. Manning has the better per game stats. Like,
it's not comparable though.
But
yards doesn't matter. You just saw
more yards, more TDs,
Jared Goff,
more MVPs.
We just saw Jared Goff throw.
Yeah, okay, but like
500 yards.
He's got more yards, more TDs, more Pro Bowl selections.
Who?
Manning. More.
No, he doesn't have more yards now.
More yards per game. He's played 3 less seasons, 9 less games.
It doesn't matter.
Is it not kind of the same idea though? That's kind of how I see it. Is like you've got one guy his numbers are better. Like Manning's numbers are better. You can't argue that. Like his numbers per game are better. He's got more. He's got more
his
individual
numbers per game are better. But that doesn't mean that like you'd rather have him.
This is what I'm saying. Like it is when you talk about the greatest quarterback, like which one was better? It's like you're thinking, Manning was one of the best in-season quarterbacks there ever has been. But then Tom Brady knew how to win.
Exactly.
Like that's to me that just screams Jordan LeBron at you, because LeBron is I think with numbers wise is the best player in NBA history, but his playoff numbers not so pretty.
It's hard to compare winning versus just Peyton, who is just objectively a more talented player. Like Tom Brady is not the greatest athlete. It's been said time and time again, but he wins. And that's all that matters because he wins.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like in the end, you're just comparing one person's ability to win to the numbers that clearly show that one player is better than the other.
Oh my God. Georgia missed a kick. South Carolina wins. Because South Carolina kicked a field goal to go up 3.
I was going to say, last I heard they missed a field goal, and I don't know what's...
Oh, man. Down goes Georgia. All right, let's get into our Week 6 picks. Look at us rhyming and everything.
Week 6 picks.
I don't like that you guys are smiling.
No, it's good. So Mauro and I discussed this, and we figured since I'm so far ahead at this point that I should pick first on all these games, so that if you guys feel like hedging your bets,
I think this is some fair negotiating.
Gain some ground at least, then you could be like, because if you're sitting in the middle of 2 games and you're like, well, he picked this one, so maybe let's just go the other way.
That's some good fair play. I appreciate this.
Okay. I want to make it close. Like it's more fun when it's close.
All right, let's start with
Tampa Bay.
Carolina at
this
Tampa
one's
Bay.
The London one.
Carolina. I think
9:30 a.m. baby, rise and shine.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oof. I won't be watching that. I got Carolina just because they should have beat them in week 2 when Cam was still at the helm. With Kyle Allen at the helm, I don't think it's even going to be I don't want to say it's not going to be a challenge, but like I think McCaffrey's firing all cylinders. Kyle Allen looks like a legitimate quarterback. I think they have no problem.
If the Giants can do it, so can the Carolina Panthers.
Mauro?
Okay. Okay.
This is the 2 worst teams in the league.
Oh, that's a fun game.
Yeah, the race for the number 1 pick.
That's tough, man. Like, I think I'm gonna go Miami. I don't know why.
Whoa!
I don't know why. I just I feel like Miami's.
Can confirm. I wrote down Miami, so I'm going with it.
I'm taking. What? I'm taking Washington.
See, Mauro and I did this last time on the Bengals.
That was prime time Andy Dalton. That doesn't count.
I don't know. Why not? It's a gut feeling. I just kind of think that's how it's going.
Wow. All right. New Orleans at Jacksonville.
Oh. Shit.
I made my pick already for this one too.
So there's no hedging.
I'll go first.
Yeah.
Or if you are, I'm
I
going
took
with the Saints as well because
Okay.
they
Well, he's going
stuff
first, I guess.
Zeke, and I feel like they can stuff Fournette. And it's a matter of making Minshew Mania beat you. And I think
Which, like,
is this Jacksonville?
yeah,
Is this?
I think I might go
Whoa!
Jacksonville. Like, I feel the Saints, but like, I find it hard to believe that Minshew's going to lose 2 in a row. Like,
Are
am
we
I
treating
that
him like
far
Tom Brady
off?
already, or what?
No, but like, I just he was.
I'm starting him in
he's
my
been
fantasy
really
week,
good, man.
so
like he's been a good quarterback.
the
And
numbers don't lie.
Like I like Teddy Bridgewater. I just I don't know, man. Did you hear the story about Minshew in his fantasy league?
No.
So he's in a dynasty league, and he re-entered into the draft. Just dumped his whole team, re-entered into the draft, and redrafted his team this year. And he is currently a free agent in his own dynasty league. Hasn't even been picked up. Won't even pick up himself. Just sitting there. His quarterback is currently Kyler Murray.
That's funny.
It's awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna go Jags. Why not?
Alrighty. Next
This is
game,
my
Baltimore
survivor
at
pick
Cincinnati.
this week, so
Everyone at
I'm
Baltimore.
going to stay the course.
Don't believe in the red rifle.
No.
SMH.
Couldn't pull it out
Seattle
last
at Cleveland. This is a good game. Brady's taking Cleveland again.
Man, I don't know. Like, I don't know what Cleveland team is showing up. If it's the Cleveland team that played the Ravens, Cleveland's winning it. If it's the Cleveland team that showed up last week against the Niners, they're going to get slaughtered. I have no idea. I'm going to take them for fun.
I'm taking
Go
Seattle.
Browns. Good luck.
I took Seattle.
Yeah.
I took Seattle. Mauro, Seattle. Okay.
This might be a bad week for me.
Philadelphia at Minnesota. This could be a bad week, or it could be a great week for Brady.
I could, yeah.
Or it could be great.
Yep. Who knows?
Philly at
This
Minnesota.
one's so tough.
I hate this matchup because I
it's close.
fucking hate both these teams. I pick them wrong every week. I don't think I've gotten one of their games right. Actually, I got Philly right this week, and I think that's the first time because I don't know what the hell Minnesota is. Every time I pick them to win, they look like ass, and when I pick them to lose, against the Giants, they look fucking incredible.
Who would have thought that? Oh wait, everyone thought Minnesota was going to beat the Giants.
So bad, and then they went through that whole thing with Diggs, where Diggs didn't even want to go to practice because he hates his quarterback. And when your number one receiver doesn't want to play for your quarterback,
I'm going Vikings.
I'm gonna go Philly, man. I don't know.
Wow. I went Vikings as well.
Holy shit, we're off. Okay, this would be neat. I could literally just drop into last after this.
No.
That's already what, 4 games that we're different on?
Yeah. Houston at Kansas City.
Yeah, I'll take the Chiefs.
Kansas City?
Yeah, I think so. They don't lose 2 in a row, right?
At Arrowhead, I would take them.
He says he's fine.
Is Mahomes healthy?
That's more than enough for me.
Who knows?
Okay. Well, everyone says they're fine. All right. Yeah, go Chiefs.
Okay. And the next game is Atlanta at Arizona. I took Atlanta, but I don't feel great about it at all.
I don't feel good about either of them. I'm going to go Atlanta too, but
this could be my chance.
I don't know, man.
Atlanta has to.
Matt Ryan's turning the ball.
No way.
Things questionable. David Johnson's questionable. So that puts any fear away. So I'm going to take the Falcons. But I don't trust the Falcons because they looked ugly all season. But I mean, if you're going to take the main catalyst for their offense out of the game, it's not confirmed. But if he's out, definitely makes it a lot more safer. But I'm taking the Falcons anyway.
What did I say?
Atlanta.
Okay, yeah. Wasn't sure.
San Francisco at the Rams.
I'm going to take the Niners. I think they're legit.
I was really hoping everybody would go Rams on this one because I'm taking the 49ers too.
Suck. Yeah, sorry, buddy. I think the Rams fucking suck. Jared,
I took the 49. I took the Rams. But I regret it because Gurley's out.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I want my picks to be consistent with my pool and also this.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, so you already made those picks.
But yeah.
Oh, okay, I see. Got it.
I'm not opposed to that.
But can I switch it here?
Yeah, I don't care, man.
I think that
it's circumstantial, man. Gurley's
your pick happens on this show.
I don't see a problem with that.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you should take the Rams.
It doesn't hurt me to go San Francisco. You know what I mean?
It doesn't.
Like, we all lose.
It doesn't help you gain ground, though, if we lose.
Sure.
Yeah.
But I think it's more likely San Francisco. Yeah. Let me check the spread quickly. Tennessee at Denver.
Tennessee.
I took Tennessee as well.
Screw me last week.
I don't want to bet on Joe Flacco. Sue me.
No. Yep.
Yeah,
that happens.
And I'm okay with taking that loss.
Like, that's cool. I would. No part of me wants it.
Oh, this one's the easy one
Dallas
for the week. At least I think the Cowboys.
Obviously, after being sacked 9 times last week, I think you got to go the Jets. Because, yeah.
Cool. Oh.
Yeah. Just a wee bit.
You're cutting out there, bud.
I know. No. I froze out. Did you hear anything I said?
I heard you got to take the Jets.
Oh yeah. After being sacked 9 times last week, I feel like you just have to take the Jets, right? Isn't that the best thing? Fuck that. No, go Cowboys all the way.
Dallas back?
Oh great. No man.
Yeah.
Not a question.
All Dallas on that one.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh at Chargers. I think we all have the Chargers, right?
Third string Devin Hodges.
I don't know what the Steelers are, dude.
Yeah.
Oh right. Oh, never mind. Yeah, forget that.
All right, take Pittsburgh.
Thanks, Mauro. No, never mind. I forgot about thingy getting rattled. Yeah, okay, no, Chargers.
Detroit at Green Bay.
I'll say Packers anyway. They're at home.
Me to pick that one.
Yeah. I already picked Packers.
Okay, I was going to say Detroit.
Yes.
Okay. All right, how many games do we differ on?
A lot.
1, Washington, Miami.
Mm-hmm.
New Orleans, Jacksonville. Seattle, Cleveland. Minnesota, Philly. And Green Bay, Dallas, Detroit. So that's 5 games.
So you still can't tie me, but.
Well, what are we apart? 5 or 6? That's fine. Yeah. I can make up one game easily.
It's only week 5 or week 6.
Yeah.
Wow.
Week 6. All right. Okay. That's the picks.
I gotta go stuff my face in turkey and other foods that I can't wait to eat.
So I'm happy.
Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Everybody eat up.
Stuffing right now.
Eat up.
I got nothing.
Yeah. Okay.
Doesn't that sound just fired up about food, eh? Big Italian dinner. Let's go.
We're going to have a porchetta. We're going to have the ravioli. We're going to have the, the pizza.
How many of the foods you're going to eat tomorrow and then a vowel?
Well.
Does turkey count? Because sometimes
no,
obviously not.
No, we don't eat lasagna. Of course we have turkey. We have turkey, stuffing, the whole get up. We can go American sometimes.
Oh,
no, that's only like.
What about your gnocchi? What about
that's like a rainy day? Like on the weekend, you're not busy. Take a day and just make it.
So this is like it's like an American.
Like we go
it's like an American Thanksgiving though.
Whatever you normally have at any other person's Thanksgiving. Stuffing.
All right, what's the best Thanksgiving food? I'm not a stuffing guy.
I'm not a stuffing guy. As a kid, I didn't like it, but like it's growing on me hard. My mom makes this like chicken that's like covered in stuffing and shit. So good, man. Oh, so good. I don't know.
I'll try it. But
it's good.
I don't know.
You got to make it right too, though. Like I've had some. It's like that is shit.
Yeah,
but
more of a turkey guy. Yeah.
I'm not like. I feel like turkey's a little.
What piece
overrated.
of turkey? What piece of turkey? You like
dark meat all day?
Yeah, thigh guy. I'm a thigh guy.
I like legs. Yeah, turkey legs. If you ever get turkey legs at like festivals and shit, so good, man. just munching on this big
like
ass
$15.
Yeah, it's so
like
expensive,
nice.
but like you're munching on this big stick of meat. Just feel like a caveman, but just like, yeah, so good. So good.
Yep.
Mashed potatoes suck.
All right.
I feel like
I make bomb ass mashed potatoes. I'll make them.
You
tomorrow.
have to do a really good job at that, or else mashed potatoes fucking suck. It's like
what?
Well,
I just had a shit ton of butter.
I don't want pre-chewed mashed potato or pre-chewed potatoes. Sorry, that's what it is. It's like this fucking thing that you just like put in your mouth and swallow because it's just a big pile of mush.
Nah, you gotta add the skins.
Yeah, but a lot of people just
so
fuck
there's
it
like
up.
some texture.
Yeah, you just fuck it up.
Yeah.
It's just like a big pile of crushed up potatoes. I'm like, no, I'm out. Thanks.
So you don't want
No, I like consistency. I like having the same kind of consistency with mashed potatoes.
Substance.
Not this lump shit.
Yeah,
I want some sort of substance in my potatoes, man. I
know.
No, man. Like
I disagree.
If I wanted my food pre-chewed, I just throw it in someone else's mouth and then take it from them.
It's not that. It's like
gross.
it melts in your mouth.
So do you like gravy then?
It's just like eating vomit.
Yes.
I'm okay.
Wow.
I'll pass.
I think this is where I head out.
I don't.
What?
Yeah, I'm weird.
That's like the best thing.
I'm weird on like condiments and sauces and shit. Like I don't do gravy. I don't do ketchup. I don't do like pretty much anything. I can do barbecue sauce is good. All the weird sauce, no problem.
This is like the whitest thing that Brant's ever said.
I know. Man, I don't even like ketchup. Ketchup's like the whitest thing, and I'm like, no.
Yeah,
gross.
That's weird.
Yeah. Like I don't like.
Yeah.
I know most people put ketchup
one
on
of the most
fucking
universal
eggs.
things.
I hate it. I hate when people put ketchup on shit.
I hate when people put ketchup on eggs. I'm just like, no,
Man.
this is two different things. I don't want my breakfast sweet.
The worst thing is when you have like a really good steak or a really good cut of meat and you just cover it in ketchup. I'm like, what the
steak
fuck
sauce
are you
and ketchup?
doing?
No.
The fuck
big
are you
foul.
doing?
Big foul.
I'm like, you don't spend that much on a cut of meat to ruin it with ketchup.
It's like, I can't take you out anywhere.
Yeah. Like, fuck, just go buy a steak from Costco. They're like $20 for a big ass pack of them. Cover that in fucking ketchup. Don't ruin my good meat. Fuck.
Yeah. This year, no family coming over. It's just us.
Really?
So hyped about, don't have to clean it as much.
Nice.
I call bullshit though, because my grandparents live down the street from me, so they'll probably come
just show
over.
up. Hey, I heard you guys were eating.
Yeah, I've got
it's like, fuck, I smelled the turkey.
T-minus 1 hour and 56 minutes. So I got one, and I gotta go pick up my grandparents 4 minutes ago. I gotta go from Vaughan to North York.
Sorry.
Where you gotta travel to pick them
which
up?
is like 20 minutes, so it's not bad. I'll be back in an hour or so.
Oh, the two most Italian places. All right. That's it for this week. We'll be back.
All signs point.
Wednesday?
Wednesday? Yeah, it should be good Wednesday. I think so.
Okay. All right. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.